Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this actually was reported a couple weeks ago, but I didn't get a chance to do a video about it, so consider this my thoughts and my video on this subject. But, you guys may remember, I made a video like a month or so ago about the WBO ordering Jaime Munguia, who is right now, I believe, the #1 ranked contender to fight the #2 ranked contender, Janibek Alimkhanuly. Now, that fight is not happening as many people expected because Middleweight Promotions doesn't believe in Munguia and have put him in a full-fledged witness protection program to not fight anybody with any credibility. Okay, now it got so bad to the point where the WBO pretty much said, look, you're not even going to acknowledge the fact that we ordered the fight, so we're just moving on from you. The WBO Championship Committee has pretty much excommunicated Munguia out the WBO Middleweight Interim title picture, and Janibek's still in the fight, but now they move down the rankings and they go to one Danny Dignun. Now, I've been seeing Danny Dignum's name in the rankings for a long time. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you guys. I've never seen him fight, but he's 14-0-1 with 8 KOs. I went ahead and looked at his box rec. The only name on his resume that I know of is Andre Sorokin. And Andre Sorokin, I know him because John Ryder knocked his ass out like in 7 rounds a couple years ago. He's fought like an old Ricardo Mayorga and stopped him. So that's how I know who he is. Now, Danny Dignun fought Andre Sorokin, had a draw, and other than that, he's fought pretty much domestic level English opposition. So he's nothing really points to Danny Dignun being a massive threat. He's 6'1", he's a southpaw, with a damn near 50% knockout ratio. He has a 53% knockout ratio. He looks like, on paper, and I've never seen him fight, so I'm talking just based on what I'm reading. On paper, it looks like he's a guy that Janibek should beat. But in regards to Danny Dignun versus Janibek, here's what the WBO chairman of the committee said about what happened with Munguia and Janibek. He said, I quote, "The WBO has granted Team Munguia enough time to proceed with the bout as ordered. Therefore, considering the refusal and lack of interest to fight Janibek, this committee shall proceed to ordering negotiations with Danny Dignun accordingly." The parties have 10 days to reach an agreement, and basically, yeah, they had 10 days to reach an agreement, and the minimum acceptable bid for the fight is $200,000. So then the question now becomes, okay, is Bob Arum going to be willing to pay the $200,000 to buy the fight, to buy the rights to the fight? Does he believe in Janibek, and is he willing to take a loss financially to ultimately get Janibek to where he says he thinks Janibek will be, which is the top of the middleweight division? We will see in the coming days, weeks, and months. Now, Danny Dignun is represented by MTK Global, and he's signed with Probellum, so he's got, Lee Eaton and Richard Shaver in his corner. Listen, man, Danny Dignun is, he's in the rankings. That's all I can say. But this really just goes to show you, like, I just got done doing another video about Munguia versus Jacobs, and this just goes to show you that there is a full-fledged witness protection program from Middleweight Promotions to keep Jaime Munguia away from the top guys, from the top guys and the top talents in the 160-pound division. I mean, it's been proven with Andrade. It's proven again with whatchamacallit, with Janibek. Now, when it comes to the Charles situation, I think PBC and Golden Boy had a role to play as to why the fight didn't happen. But it looks like Golden Boy is trying to make Munguia avoid a certain type of fighter. Either that be a slick fighter, or slick fighters, or hard punching southpaws, which Demetrius Andrade and Janibek both fall under those categories. They're gonna want to put him in there with guys who can't punch, like Demetrius Ballard, or guys that are not in the weight class anymore, like Gabe Rosado and Daniel Jacobs, who have name value, and they're just shining his record up real nice and good, so that when the right opportunity presents itself, he could fight a Canelo, he could fight Golovkin. Those are really the fights that Golden Boy is holding out for. So, you know, it's a shame because Jaime Munguia's presence in this division is actually ruining it. It's actually one of the reasons. He's one of the fighters. Him and the management of Golden Boy are ruining what is already one of the worst weight classes in boxing from top to bottom. I mean, it really is the middleweight division. So that's what it is. Janibek Alimkhanuly continues to search for an opponent. You know, Demetrius Andrade and him couldn't come to an agreement. You know, Jaime Munguia and him couldn't come to an agreement. So now they go down the list some more. You know, I know Falcao was initially rumored to be in the fight. I don't know what happened to Esquivel Falcao, but he was supposed to be in the fight at some point. So, you know, he went from Andrade to Falcao to Munguia all the way to Danny fucking Dignun. I mean, my respect and my heart goes out to Janibek because Janibek is a fantastic fighter, and he shouldn't have to go through this many opponents to get a fight. You know, hopefully at some point Andre could fight him. That's still a fight I do want to see at some point. But, you know, boxing is a business, and the promoters and all parties involved have to be willing to pay for these fights. So I'm very intrigued to see when this fight gets put up with Dignun and Janibek, will there be a promoter that even puts up the minimum bid of $200,000? Because Danny Dignun, I follow British boxing heavily. I know his name. I don't know a ton about him, so that's not good. Janibek is not a big name. So will there be somebody willing to put up $200,000? You know, that remains to be seen. So we'll see what happens, but that's the news. Janibek versus Danny Dignun for the WBO Interim title. That's in the works. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.